Good evening, people. Good evening. You and that damn phone. How's everybody doing tonight? It is Love Is Podcast, and I am one of your hosts, Will the Asshole, and I'm gonna stick to that. And I'm here with my lovely co-host. Co-host, spit your shit out.
Asshole's wife.
Oh shit. Well, at least she claimed me. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a good Sunday, fun day or whatever. Please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on all platforms of social media, so on and so forth. Yeah, I see it. That's yours.
Why?
I don't know.
Remember, yours was doing that last week.
Yes, it was. So it is what it is, and if not, you can always catch the playback on our YouTube channel. All you have to do is go to the Love Is page, and I always leave the link in there. So it is what it is. How's your weekend going?
Relaxing.
Relaxing?
Very relaxing.
So I take it Will wasn't being an asshole this weekend.
Weekend.
Next weekend, who knows? But it is what it is. Maybe if you go on your phone, you can start it back. I don't know. Or whatever. So what's going on in the world today, this week? Work, and more work. People being out of work, jobs not having employees, regular smegular shit, so on and so forth, or whatever the case may be. If you're new to this, we do this every Sunday, anytime between 6 and 7 we start. And we normally go about an hour. I'm really thinking about kind of starting a little earlier, so that way
everybody can go ahead and watch the podcast. Some can tune in later on. Also, because we have to be to work early in the morning, along with a lot of other people. And plus, Sunday nights you want to chill, watch a movie, and everything else. So all we asking for is a little bit of your time, not too much.
Netflix and chill?
No, I ain't saying nothing about no Netflix and chill. You too old to be Netflixing and chill.
Why? No, don't say that. Don't say that. Never.
So our topic for this Sunday is.
Oh, you ready to get into it? Get into it.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. Into it.
Okay. You wanna go ahead?
Our topic is when you and your spouse, husband, wife, girlfriend, or significant others have a disagreement, do you argue about it like an adult?
Well, first of all, I think it's more of when we do have the disagreements, is it an argument or is it just a conversation, to be honest?
I've never heard of it being called a conversation until I got with you.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this, right? When it doesn't go from 0 to 100, then what? When two people can sit there and just rationalize and say, "Hey, I'm coming from this point," and the other person say, "Well, okay, I'm coming from this point of view," and that understanding is there. You feel like that's an argument?
No, I feel like we have a disagreement.
So why do you feel that the difference of opinion is a disagreement? It's just a difference of opinion. What?
If you have a difference of opinion, it's a difference. It's a disagreement.
I think it's the word. The word of disagreement sounds more towards anger. You understand what I'm saying? Rather than.
But sometimes people are angry when they have a disagreement or a conversation.
So you telling me that because I might do something one way, you might do something another way. Let me take these off. You telling me that's a disagreement?
No, if I disagree, if I'm coming to you and I'm upset about something that you did,
Okay.
and you don't see that it's wrong, it's a disagreement.
Okay. I take that. So what turns it into an argument then?
To me, what turns it into an
Yeah.
argument is when it gets heated.
Okay. So when it goes to 100 and then the yelling and the cussing and all of that comes about, then it's an argument.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yelling, screaming. That's my point of view. What about yours?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I try to keep it at a low point, I'm really trying to keep it at that point. And then once it starts getting there, then that's when, like you say, it's an argument. Even though I don't want it to get there. Let's make that clear. If I'm trying to keep it at a low point and I say something and it's no cussing, it's no yelling, and I'm calm and I'm trying, listen, I'm not angry, nothing. I need you to understand this, right? And then it's the verbal abuse, let's say that, starts. Let's say that, right? Once you get to that point, then what is the person supposed to do? It's like being backed into a corner and, hey,
you're supposed to defend yourself.
I got to fight my way out, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what if, and let's speak in terms of man and woman. What if the woman comes at it like that? Because I feel like 9 times out of 10, and I'm not saying men don't, but we might try to be as calm as possible.
You are very sexist lately.
No. Well, that's your opinion. I just feel like
how do you feel like men are more calmer than women?
How I feel like that?
Yes.
Because y'all real quick to pop off with the neck movement and the fingers and all of that. Like
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that? I would. No. It's just my opinion though now.
I feel like it's always one person that's gonna pop off. I don't feel like they're a male or a female.
Okay, so
sexist.
So you feel I'll take that. That's all right. That's why I'm the asshole. But my thing is, right, if that one person is always the person to pop off, then what?
Then eventually he gonna be popping. He or she is gonna be popping off by themselves. So, nobody wants that every time.
Go ahead.
And they have a conversation with somebody they want to pop off. What am I even talking to you for?
Okay, I could feel
because when you popping off, nobody's hearing anything.
Correct. But it's like once you into that stage of it, you can't expect that other person to just come down off of 100. Now I'm at 0, you at 100. Once I get to 100, you can't expect me to come down back to where you at because, hey, I was already there. I tried to stay there from the get-go. Or whatever the case may be,
So, this is my thing. In our marriage, we had to learn that. So the top of our conversation is when you argue, do you sit and talk about it or do you just start fussing and fighting? And fighting not meaning physically. But sometimes in relationships, it does go that way. But in our relationship, we had to learn how to
go ahead and finish your
one time I was the popper offer.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
And I had to learn how to calm myself down. Because of, I guess in past relationships, that's what we used to do. And I'm not talking about my marriages, I'm talking about any relationship. That's what I do. I would be quick to pop off or defend myself or ready to fight. So in this marriage, I had to learn how to be the calm person in the situation. It's been times where my husband just then popped off too.
Yeah.
And yes. We both had to realize it, that we had to calm down and talk. So that's why we brought this subject up today, is because we want to give people an idea of what we went through and some of the things that we did to calm it down. We still have arguments. I think the popping off has calmed down tremendously. But sometimes people yell because they feel like their point is not getting across. So they feel like if I'm louder than that person, then maybe my point will get across more than yours. When we came to realize that when both of us are mad, we just can't talk to each other.
I don't think it's the yelling. I think it's more of just understand what's being said.
But what is being understood if you're yelling? It's a whole bunch of yelling.
Well, my thing is now, why do we even got to start yelling from the get go?
But it happens. I mean, real talk, it happens.
You might okay, so that's where that control comes in at. And like right now, yell and say, "Damn, you're not gonna share none of your jelly beans or whatever." You know what I'm saying? I have to control that, and I have to say, "Hey, can I have some of your gummy worms?" Pretty much. See what I'm saying? That's how that is. It's too easy. It's too easy not to get irate. Let's say that.
No,
you don't think so?
Because that's something simple as, "Can you give me something?" We're sitting there having a conversation. And out of the blue,
you speaking of me?
Yeah.
Oh, you speaking of me?
I'm talking about when we used to throw shots.
Oh, okay.
When we used to argue and fuss, you would throw a jab. I throw jabs too.
You throw haymakers, and them motherfuckers connect. Haymakers like Mike Tyson, and them shits connect.
And he would throw a jab, and I'd be like, oh no, that's like we in the ring now. It's time to box.
You say you say I always say something slick.
Yeah, slick at the mouth. I slick New Yorker.
But here's the thing though, when I'm saying it, I'm not thinking I didn't think it was slick.
Because that's why I call you a slick New Yorker. Y'all try to slide that shit in real quick. Like it ain't nothing.
And listen, I didn't try to slide nothing. It just no, I promise you, I didn't try to slide nothing. It was just what I was not even thinking at the time. And it's kind of like some of the things we've been going through lately, and not me and you, but just relationships, period, where you gotta kind of calm down and see where you might have been wrong in that.
I agree.
And that's the whole purpose of it. Like, you got to take that accountability, and that calms it down. You know why I feel like we don't argue too much? I might say, hey, it's been a minute since I said, man, I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Because I just stopped worrying about petty shit. And, like, I let a lot of things go where I said, okay, it's starting to affect me and your marriage. So what happens is I don't get as mad. I don't get as upset. I said, well, you know what? Let me sit back and just watch this like a slick New Yorker. Let me sit back and watch this and see how this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what helped.
You feel like that's what helped?
I feel like that's what helped. And that's not having nothing to do with you. That's just got to do with myself.
I mean, I felt like a lot of it was on my part is if you say something to hurt my feelings, whether you're trying to or not, then I'm going to make sure you feel the same way I feel at that point in time. So I'm going to say something that's I think is going to make you hurt too. And we sit down and have a clear mind and talk about it. We in there arguing about shit, and it ain't even what the subject was supposed to be started about,
Well, I started realizing that a lot of shit be petty. And it's like, damn, why the fuck we even arguing over that shit? Like that last argument. That shit ain't had nothing to do with neither one of us. Remember? About the tax. About the tax man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was just jealousy.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say that. It's a lot of history behind that.
Mm-hmm.
And you done address some of it, and you realize some of it, got some things out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it takes is for a person to say, okay, you know what? I understand. I get it. so on and so forth, or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, though, them haymakers and them jabs, that's what tears the whole shit down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what tears it down. So we know people right now going through that, and I hope they they work it out. I hope they work it out because we don't want nobody not to be happy. Because you spend so much time with somebody, of course you want to be with that person.
Yeah.
At the same time,
people get divorced after being together 15 and 16 years and all that kind of stuff. But this is both our longest relationship. I mean, longest marriage. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We almost there with the relationship.
Are we?
Oh yeah. We've been together 9 years.
9, 10. What's your longest? We've
been past it.
Damn. Well, okay, so we talking about mines then.
Yeah.
Mines is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. No. Because it was after 10 years when I finally, and you still owe me $5,000 for that. I'm blaming you for that.
Anywho, we've been together. We've been together 9 years. We've been married for 7.
Correct.
And I think we're older now, and the kids are gone. We're in this house together. We can't fuss with nobody but each other and the dog.
Fuss with the dog?
Yeah, but she don't pay us no attention.
And she fussed back. She fussed back at me today. Every time I said something, she barked. Say something again, she barked.
But we learned to realize that sometimes we'll be sitting there arguing about something, and it leads to other places. Other places that we don't want it to go. And we've been separated one time.
No, we ain't separate you nothing. we ain't separate nothing.
We were separated.
Y'all pulled up, and I don't even think I was there. You took your stuff and you left. I did. Okay, that's not separated.
But we all know that that's the reason why. But we wasn't together, so we were separated.
That ain't separate. That's you leaving.
I left.
I should have let you stay gone with them people.
It wasn't the people that made me leave.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Hold
up. But as you say that though, don't leave out. You play a part in that. Both sides play a part. Both sides play a part now.
Yeah, and you play a lot of the part. You played a lot of the part.
And it ain't no one lesser than the other. Come on.
Nobody is saying that.
Yeah, but when you say them words, it makes it seem like that. Oh, yeah, but you play a lot. That's saying that is more on me than you.
No, but the reason why I left, and we've already had this conversation, but if you want to have it again, we can.
No, we don't need to.
Okay.
No, we don't need to. I'm just saying, like, listen, we ain't separate. Your ass just left.
Okay.
Or whatever, But I understood, why.
I feel like we needed that time. I was going through a lot. I had just lost my mother.
Yeah.
I had lost. Shell had passed away. I was dealing with a lot with myself. I didn't know whether I wanted to be mad at the world, mad at God. I didn't know what. And the whole time I was trying to be this person that was trying to be strong for everybody, and especially my brothers, when I wasn't even worried about myself. I felt like
you got to do that first.
Yeah, I felt like I had nobody to go to. When you lose a parent, and at that point in time, he hadn't lost his. So it was unexpected, and it was a different kind of hurt. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a love hurt. It was a different kind of hurt.
Piece of your heart.
And I just didn't understand it. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I honestly was at a point where I just needed time to myself. It was a lot of people just not understanding when you lose a person that's close to you, a family member or child, a mother, a father, at some point in time, and I tell my daughter this, you need that time to yourself. Mm-hmm. Because people are going to go on with their life because it didn't happen to them. Yeah, they might have been an aunt, they might have been a cousin, they might have been this and that, but they're going to go on with their life.
Correct.
But you're still there with that emptiness in you.
Correct.
And when the lights go off and everything, you're in it by yourself, and nobody can relate to you but a person that's lost their child. And
lost their family member. I think you said
I was just,
I know.
yeah.
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this is stuff that I tell Shanika, you know, or whatever. But that was a lot of the argument. I was mad at, I felt like at one point in time I was mad at him because he had his mama and I didn't. And it was a lot of anger towards him, and I didn't even understand why most of it was.
So let me ask you, right? Because I don't know if you think like this, like on your way to work, but I do.
Yeah.
Right. So now, if you look back at that, now I done lost both parents. You know, so what you thinking? Since you said you had that feeling and you'd be mad because I hadn't.
But the thing is, at the time that Pops passed away, it blew my mind too, because like that.
Yeah.
He learned later on that was my buddy. That's who I went out when me and him get into it. I go out there and talk to Pops, like what's wrong with your son?
I swear I'd rather you talk to Pops than some of the people you was talking.
You know, and there go them little jabs again.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's not at you.
I know. But I'm saying, you know, that was the person. So, and I was there and saw it.
Yeah.
So it kind of was like, oh Lord, what my first impact wasn't even me. Like, my first impact to me was get yourself together, because you got to get your husband here, and you got to get y'all babies here, and stuff like that. And then when Miss Mary died, that was what I clung on to as when my mama died. So I clung to her. So it was different, but then I didn't know how to tell you how to feel, because I could relate because it was your mother, but I couldn't relate because I still have my father.
Yeah.
You know, so it was.
Go ahead.
I believe like the losses that we took from our parents caused a lot of friction too, because we were just angry.
Okay. So I didn't want to veer off too far off the subject. So, you know, in reference to the communication, I didn't feel like that was a jab. It's just, to me, that's just the honesty. Like, I would have rather you talk. I would have rather him be here and you go out and talk to him.
I would have rather that too.
Yeah, than some of the stuff you was here, because you do just like I do, and you don't tell nobody to leave their spouse, leave their boyfriend, stuff like that. I've never heard you say that, and I have never said that. You know, but when it comes to that communication, I feel, to me, that's the foundation. It don't nothing work without it. Don't nothing work.
Yeah.
And if you can't sit there, and to be honest, if I would rather you come and just tell me what you think about things truthfully, than for me to be wondering and feeling a type of way. You know, feeling like, damn, all right, is she thinking this? Is she thinking that? Because if I'm with you, and this is any basis of a relationship, you're supposed to be able to come to that person and speak freely, without them feeling like you trying to hurt them or anything like that. Because the minute you find out, you're still going to be mad. You're still going to be upset. So it's like a catch-22, but that's being open to that. Being open to being said, anything to be said to you, and not disrespected. I'm not talking about disrespect. I'm talking about just pure honesty.
But sometimes, Mr. Bradley, your honesty is jabs. To you, you think it's honesty, but it don't really be honesty to some people.
So if I'm supposed to be able to say anything to you, you already supposed to know I'm not trying to hurt you or disrespect you. That should be the first thing.
But the thing is, when a person is mad, they don't know what you're trying to do.
But why are you mad in the get-go?
No, it's not. I'm just saying in an argument.
Listen, okay. What I'm saying is, hey, at 6:00, and I see something, and I'm like, damn, that shit ain't cool, right? So I come to you and I say, hey, you know, I didn't appreciate that, or I didn't like that, or whatever the case may be, right? Why is the first initial feeling is?
I didn't say at what point of the argument. I didn't say that. It's a certain part of the disagreement or argument or conversation that a person can get mad and another person can say something and they think that they're hurting them, especially when they have been hurt before.
Okay. So you hear what you say, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been hurt before. So here you go bringing the baggage.
It's not, see, the thing is this right here. You can't keep saying that somebody's bringing the baggage. Your past is what brings you to your future.
Okay. So, but that's still you bringing all of that with you.
In your opinion.
I mean, like, if you saying, hey, in the past, so you speaking before this person.
I said if you've done it before. I can be talking about last week or the week before that. I'm not talking about 2 and 3 years ago.
So this is where I'm not getting it, I'm not understanding.
Mm.
If I come to you calm and you already know, or you should know, that I wouldn't say nothing to disrespect you or intentionally try to hurt you, then why does it go into an argument? Why?
Because some don't feel that way.
Okay, so why get mad?
But because somebody think that you're hurting them, you're not listening. You could come to the person, hey, yeah, I went through your phone and I saw that, John had text you this right and that. And the first thing that person can do, and I just don't want him texting you no more. Okay. Right? And she said, yeah, I understand that. And I know it might have looked a certain way or whatever. And you could say, yeah, it does look like this right here and that. And you as a woman, it don't look good on you to be texting another man. So a woman can quickly, boom, defend herself.
So you're saying women, that's a thing.
I'm using me an example too.
Okay.
I'm using women as an example. Okay. She was like, whoa, hold up. You can't be saying woman of me. That's not woman, lady. Like, we can take it in any kind of way. Okay. And all you're just trying to say is something simple. But a person can already be in their feelings and they gonna hear and feel something different.
Okay. So that's where the self-control comes in at.
I agree with you on that.
Or that mental to say, okay, before I blow up, let me think about what's said
exactly
first. And a lot of that is not in people's minds.
I feel like I feel like that comes with age and wisdom to me, because in any other relationship, when I was younger, I would just be like, fuck it, this is it. It's over with. I'm done. I don't even want to deal with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And with our marriage, as I'm, at my mid-30s, my 40s now, I'm like, dang, let me just think about this shit before I say it, because I don't want no argument, or I don't want my husband to think that I feel a certain kind of way, or I don't want him to feel a certain kind of way. And then I got to sleep with this motherfucker and stay in the house with this motherfucker for the rest of the week too. So,
hey,
I mean, I'm just telling you.
Yeah. I get it.
And you probably feel the same way. You said, petty stuff.
Well, from being with you and other situations that we hear about or whatever, I feel like more conversations should be had, more real conversations, not dumb shit, like real conversations about people's feelings. And if you get it out before it gets to 1,000, we're not gonna argue.
And see, I think that was one thing too that we had to learn too. We didn't realize that certain things that each other was saying was hurting each other's feelings.
Yeah.
I think that was another big thing that we had to learn. And because I was like, you was like, yeah, you said this, and I'm like, dang, I didn't mean for it to hurt your feelings. And I remember saying, but you hurt my feelings because you said this, and you was like, babe, I swear. I wasn't trying to.
I'm not the just because you hurt mine, I'm gonna hurt yours. I'm not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? It's just that being from where I'm from, everything is just put it out there. Just say it, because eventually the feeling is still there. until you address it. Then, if you don't address it, you sweep it under the rug. What happened? The feeling is still there. So because I ain't leave the toilet seat down, whatever we was
It
feeling,
could be happening at work today, you know.
Man, listen,
and that's another thing we talked about it today. You can't have one. We had to learn that too, because remember, I used to bring work home.
Yeah. Oh man.
And I would be so frustrated with work, and Will would be like, "How's your day?" And I'd be like, "Man, let me tell you, such and such and such and such and such and piss me off."
I was that punching bag.
And stop playing the victim.
No, I'm just saying, like,
just stop playing the victim.
See, here you go.
You know, like such and such and such and such and such, you know, or whatever, and then it's like you get mad all over again, and then he say, "Well, it could have been something simple as you saying, but maybe that person was right to me, and I'm going off."
Mm-mm.
And then the same with you. When you get too tired or you work a lot, we used to catch it.
Yeah, well, you say that, right? You say that.
I children say that too.
Well, but understand now, right? Anything I changed about me, I'm not gonna say it didn't have nothing to do with you. It had to do with me wanting to change it. And that's anybody on this earth. That's anybody. Whoever wants to change, they got to start with themselves. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. So as you said that, right? What I'm thinking is that because I just did 60 hours, and I feel like I had the best sleep of my life.
Yeah, now because we've got past that. We've gotten past that.
But what I'm trying to say is, and I know it may sound like whatever, is that I didn't change that for you. In reference, but it started with me.
Yeah, it has to start with you.
Okay.
It has to start with you. I'm talking about continental days with you.
Yeah, well, that's burnt out.
Yeah.
I was burnt out.
Yeah.
Working at overtime.
And so was I.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Working at
and
overtime.
now, like now I feel like our marriage your job has a big part of it too. I'm not speaking for everybody, but our jobs had a big part in our arguments and stuff like that. Now I come home, you know, he's always the first. How's your day? Great. Calm, no stress. Babe, how was your day? You know, no, I'm just saying, not like we used to have.
Oh, well, I mean, I had them days. I just know how to just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I started feeling like it was so many people coming to you with issues. I ain't even about to put mine on you. I just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that communication is something serious, though.
And then one time I felt like that. I felt like I felt like I had to solve everybody's problems. That everybody kept coming to me. Hey, listen, because I'm not the one that I'm not the one to go tell nobody business. Half of the time I don't remember it. And for anybody that says something to me after a certain amount of time, my mind, I hear want.
Damn.
So when they're saying something to me, I'm just taking it in, but I don't know half of the shit that you're saying because I'm not going to remember it later on. Maybe that's why people used to come and talk to me.
I remember it because you tell it.
Yeah, I would. About it. And we talked about that too. Yeah. You know, I would unload off on him. And he had nobody. It was a lot.
Man,
like we wasn't even thinking about ourselves, and we weren't thinking about our marriage. I wasn't listening to him. He wasn't listening to me because I was too busy telling him about everybody else that was going on.
Well, you know what you tell him now, right?
I just don't answer the phone.
No. You should. And you know what you tell him? Mm-hmm. Tune in anytime between 6 and 7.
I'm sick of you.
It's the truth, though.
I'm so sick of you.
We're trying to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Without
we trying to help people and help ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, it was a point in time where we got off of here because we needed to get our marriage right.
Well, listen.
We felt like we couldn't give nobody else advice until we got ourselves right.
I tell people it took me 40 years to realize, and I'm not gonna say 40, but it took me, let's say 30 years to realize the way I'm living now is so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Besides other little things, as far as with you, easier. Go to work, go home. That way you don't got nothing to worry about. And you know how we used to, we used to have arguments, and I used to say, "Yo, but I'm home. I'm coming home. I'm home." And you be like, "So what? So what?" Change anything? But it's a big, to me, it was a big aspect.
Yeah, because at one time you wasn't coming home.
Yeah.
So I understood that later on.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, you know what somebody, I can't remember who. It was somebody older talked to me one day, and it was like, what's not a big step to you is a big step for him. And I was like, yeah, damn.
Because you know what it was no matter what was going on,
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do you like that again.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to, and it was some other factors like
mm-hmm.
Somebody saying something, or I seen him and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And all
but we don't even listen to that anymore. So our word of advice to that too is, if a person is constantly coming to you telling you, "Oh, I seen your man at such and such place, and I seen your man at such and such place," you have to say to yourself, why is you clocking my man so much? Because at the end of the day, I know where he at. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to clock my man. I know where he at.
Well,
or you don't have to call me and tell me where my man at.
But speaking of that, that's a perfect. Oh, I tell you, it's like, I know I picked the diamond in the rough. That's a perfect segue into the other thing.
Yeah,
right?
Because that'll start an argument too.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, well, why you got your homegirl or your homeboy clocking where I'm going, and boom, it's another argument.
So you came to me about the thing about. Remember, you said friends and family. Remember yesterday you said, as a topic.
Yeah.
You wanted to save that, or you want to get into it? You want to save it or get into it?
It don't matter.
It's up to you. You brought it up. It's yours. Just make a decision. Unless you want to save it.
No, we're gonna save that.
Okay.
Okay. So another thing that we learned about our marriage too is, if you go to you're arguing and you go to a person that's not in a marriage, they can't tell you nothing.
Never.
They cannot tell you anything. Because guess what that does? Causes an argument. That's another argument.
But let me ask a question though.
Sure.
If the person is a clear-minded, open person, then what?
Huh? With knowledge?
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something about that person. They made one of him, and that's all they needed to make.
Okay.
He's like 1 in a million. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So
when it comes down to that person.
If you happen to have that 1 in a million, then
okay, then yeah, I understand that.
But I'm not saying you have to.
But that's that person that don't take sides.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too. But at the end of the day, just like he your brother, he my brother too. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And that's how he feel. But we in our marriage brought down the fussing down to a lot because it was, and everybody would see us and be like, "Oh, y'all don't even look like y'all argue," and we'd be like, "Shh."
That shit be like Tom and Jerry.
Yes, like yeah. And now it's sometimes to the point where some petty stuff he don't pay me no attention, and some other stuff I don't pay. I don't pay you no attention.
I pay attention.
Yeah,
I might not sleep.
But if it's nothing, I'm talking about serious. I don't pay it no attention because I know at the end of the day it's something stupid and it's or if it's something that I did and I know I did it, there's no need to even react to it in any kind of way.
What you feel like is the dumbest
argument
Yeah.
that we have ever had?
Yeah.
I don't know. We had a lot of dumb stuff.
Dumb shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the bug. The bug in the car. I think.
Oh yeah, we had an argument a couple of months ago. Yeah. It was a spider in the car. Boy, we got heated over a spider.
But the thing was, I didn't get heated. I was just like, yo, don't do
freak
that.
Out. But I'm telling you, I'm a woman. Yeah. If I see a spider with fur on it, we expect me to do, oh, honey.
No, it didn't have fur. You acting like
I swear to God, it had fur on it.
Did y'all talk? Like, it didn't have fur.
I seen it. Listen, my eyes are this big. You cannot tell me it didn't have fur on it.
Listen.
I even sat there and told Alfie the same thing. I said, Alfie, well, he got mad at me that spider had fur on it.
Man, look.
And you over there want me to say, Oh, honey, it's a bug.
No, I don't want you to say that. Be like, yo, Will, it's a bug. But you like, I thought you was gonna jump out the window.
I was.
Okay.
If I call you about a water bug, what?
But I thought you was from the country.
I'm from the country, but I ain't never seen no spider with no fur on it.
Listen here. Y'all got horse flies the size of
Oh, well, they don't bother me.
Man, that spider wasn't bothering you either.
No.
He was just
where the fuck did he come from? I was just sitting there like, dude, I look up and he was right there.
I don't know.
No, but remember, you had parked up under a tree where we had went to. And well, we was going to another place.
I just
but it's petty stuff. Sometimes you just got to sit and think to yourself, like, is this really worth us being mad at? Is it really worth us not talking to each other? Because when we don't talk to each other, it bothers me. Like when we go through our silent treatment or whatever, and my husband is my best friend. So when I'm going through other stuff, like he'll go, I think maybe 2 days, maybe the longest we've ever went without talking to each other. And I'll still make little conversations because we call each other.
I ain't trying to make none.
3 times. We call each other 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Mostly him because he goes on break before I do. He goes on lunch before I do. He get off before I do. But we talk there and then we talk. Sometimes we talk all the way home. And it's just when you and him in that heated argument, you don't have that. So it's just like, dang.
But I just gets to that argument point. Like we can agree to disagree. We can come up with a solution, whatever the case, before it gets to that.
Right.
And I think that's a lot of just people. And if we was to do that before it even gotta get heated, then okay, we don't even gotta go that far. I think the ego, I think the big headedness is what plays some part in it. I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just wrong. We are humans. Nobody's perfect.
And a lot of it is I had to realize too, it would be like days later. And and I'm like, dang, I was wrong for that. And I have even like went to a person and be like, look, I already know I was wrong for that. Like, I can't have my baby mad at me. I said I was dead wrong for that. And I can admit it, but my husband is the type of person he gonna gloat on it for a little bit.
Actually, no.
Look at my face.
Whatever. No, I don't.
Yeah, I know you was wrong for that.
But
you was wrong. I'm like,
no.
Okay,
but my thing is, all of that could have been done the day one.
Okay, and I understand that, and I don't need you to tell me that.
Okay, so
because I didn't already thought about this.
So to anybody who's watching this, you are actually seeing the bully. That is the bully.
I'm not
That's
bully.
The bully. Yo,
I am not a bully.
Yo, listen.
Yo,
it goes to 100.
No,
right? And
I'm not the only one. I am not a bully.
But I'm gonna tell you, I get on the phone with you my first break. If I feel some type of way, I try to address it.
Oh my
and
God.
If I'm wrong, okay, so be it.
And you know what I tell you? Don't do that because I'm on my way to work and I don't want to argue and fuss because it's gonna mess up my whole day at work.
Okay, so this is where,
and I cannot mess up at work.
So this is where if you want to call disconnect comes in at. What you feeling is an argument is me trying to have a conversation with you, whether I'm right or wrong.
Nah, a conversation is when people, like right now, we're having a conversation. Okay,
and you getting kind of loud now.
I'm not getting loud with you. How can I get loud and I got this on? Come on now.
Because you're getting kind of loud now.
They go that bullshit I be talking about right there. That bullshit.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you are actually seeing the female bully in the presence. Whatever. Meaning that you.
But don't know. You say that about I'm the female bully, but I get tired of hearing, yo, where I'm from, yo, we don't be acting, we don't be treating people like that. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm from. Yeah, I need a trip home, man, because we don't be treating people like y'all do down here in the South.
It's totally
so what you saying about the South?
It's totally different.
Man, come on.
It's totally different.
You know what? Y'all just disrespectful.
I'm gonna tell you something.
And y'all think it's cool. Y'all disrespect each other and y'all disrespectful.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something, right? I would rather you not like me and I know it, and we say, okay, you know what? I ain't fucking with you, you ain't fucking with me. I'm cool. Okay, cool. Right? Then to fuck with me, talk about me behind my back, and then come back and want to fuck with me. Right then.
I ain't that type of person.
Now, I'm not saying that don't happen in the North,
but it does.
I don't. But yeah, you're right. But at the same time, though, like it's just a lot of things going on now, and I haven't been home in a minute, so it's like I don't see what's going on up there. But the shit that happens down here.
Yeah, but you say that, but my family is like that. That's how we do. If somebody do something messed up, we gonna tell you. Like you did that. You was wrong for that.
Okay, so let me ask you something then. So at what point is it, yo, you know what? This shit is happening a little too much.
But it don't happen too much with us. We just tell you you're wrong.
I'm just saying. At a certain point, when do you know when the cutting off is supposed to start? No matter who it is.
Well, first of all, I don't be around nobody too.
That's now. Okay, that's now.
The cutting off is. Well, I mean, it took me a while to realize that I was surrounded by people that didn't have my good intention.
Yeah.
It took me a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it took some other things, to happen too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I chose to step back from everybody to get myself together. Because if you don't have the right mindset and you weak, you could be weak from something else.
You're right.
And if you don't got the right mindset, you'll still let people walk all over you.
You're right.
Like when Isaiah, our grandbaby, passed away a couple of months ago, and I was weak because it was a different kind of hurt I never felt before. But I knew I couldn't be too weak because I had to make sure that my other grandbabies were straight. I had to make sure my daughter was straight, so I couldn't be too weak. But even then, I noticed that people took that opportunity to still play on my feelings and think that, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna take credit for this. But in all actuality, you couldn't even pick up the phone and say, hey, how you doing?
Correct.
Or you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So I just took that time to myself. After everything got clear and we put Isaiah to rest, I just stopped answering my phone. Correct. I chose not to answer my phone. I still don't answer my phone because I need this time to build myself back up, because it showed me who a lot of people truly were.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And my husband been telling me this whole time, like, stop running. Every time I turn around, you running, but they don't run for you when you need them. And I'm like, no, I ain't gonna say that or whatever. And I was just, just trying to be the best friend. I'm always the one that was so hard on being the best friend that I wasn't paying attention to the whole point of people was just running me over and using me. And I didn't understand that. And then the whole time this is going on and we're going through the whole funeral and getting everything set up, I had a true friend that never left my side. Like, she was in my footsteps. All right, we got to be here at this time. Come on. What you doing? Why you ain't dressed yet? The funeral started at this time. She was in it. And we were sitting there one day, I'm like, man, we got all this to do. We ain't got time to make food or whatever. And boom, Melissa walked through the door with some food. It was collard greens, string beans, and rice. And that was like the best meal that I had that whole week because it was so much going on.
Correct.
And for the people that did come and stop by, we're most grateful for them or whatever. And those that still check on my daughter. But it opened my eyes to a lot of it. And that was a lot of me and your arguments.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something in reference to how you said about the North and the South and what I be saying. Every place is fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just feel like being a Northerner, we call the bullshit quicker. We already going into it. It's bullshit.
Okay, say that again.
Yeah, we already going into it. It's bullshit. I'm not about to give you the benefit of it until it happens, and then once it happens and you show me something different within me, I'm wrong because I'm not going to tell you it's bullshit, but I'm already saying it's bullshit, whatever the case may be, But that plays a big part in a lot of stuff, and I just think if you start letting a lot of stuff interfere with what you got going on, then that's when the communication better be strong.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's going to change my view of this, but as your friend, husband, wife, whatever, you're supposed to go to your friend and just say, hey, I feel like this and I feel like that, rather than not saying it. I'd rather you say it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a whole friend. When I do talk to him in New York, he's older though, and I think that's a big thing too. Learning from older people. He'll call me, hey, you motherfucker, and I say, hey, your ass bitch. You know, that's just how we talk, and it's no disrespect behind it. That's just the way we joke. But the conversation goes serious after that. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? So on and so forth. I need to call him actually, and you know, it's just the difference in things or whatever. Now, I will say this though. I do feel like between man and woman is a whole big different aspect.
You are sexist.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want. Call
you
it
know
what you
what?
want.
I just noticed that.
Call it what you want.
You are sexist on a lot of stuff.
Listen, I just don't feel like
Babe.
You know what? No. You know what? Because in the past 2 weeks, I have noticed a lot of messy men. But that wasn't a man trait, you know.
How is it not?
It wasn't. Meaning past tense.
So what trait was it?
Men didn't do that. Was a woman's trait to be messy.
Who told you that?
Listen, these girls started getting ass shots or whatever. Oh, her butt fake.
So men start getting penile implants.
Okay, and you don't hear no other man saying, "Oh, his dick ain't real." You don't hear that. We don't do that. First of all, if you look at another man's damn dick, you got a problem. Well, if you ain't got no problem, you might need to question some things. Then, you know what I'm saying?
I don't care if anybody can get anything they want done to their body. That's their body.
What I'm saying, and I just use that as an example. What I'm saying is that I just noticed.
Go ahead, babe.
I just noticed that was a thing with the little bickering and stuff. As far as your personal shit, it wasn't a man's thing to do. So that ain't got nothing to do with women. It was not a man's thing to do. Okay, but y'all women always bickered though with each other.
So what do you call a barbershop?
We don't bicker in the barbershop. That's male conversation. That's the I'm gonna say that's the gentleman's club. I got a show coming out. You know, plug. But all sports. But that's the gentleman's club. Just like y'all got the salon. It just ain't no arguing. Men don't argue in the barbershop like that.
We don't argue in the salon.
No, y'all gossip.
Me and my beautician talk about one thing.
Oh well, you know.
No, we talk about many things, but it's not gossip. Not in no salon.
So what y'all talk about in the salon then?
Man, we could be talking about anything in the salon.
Girl, you see such and such on No, it ain't that. Okay. Younger salons. Oh, that's the nail salon. The hood rat salon.
I mean, I don't think nobody's place of business is hood rat. Unlike my husband with his mouth.
What you mean? You know some of them places hood rat.
I mean, they might say this shit hood rat. So you can't.
That may be so.
You can't say nothing.
That may be so. That may be so.
But back to the arguments.
Conversations.
Okay.
Like I said, now y'all see who the bully is.
I'm not a bully. But I'm a bully, but I'm just you on here calling people stuff hood rat.
I mean, cause ain't no need to lie about it. Like, you know when the shit
just know that take some advice from us in an argument. Sit down and talk. If you feel like the other person is getting heated, then walk away for a minute. Maybe y'all need to cool off, because when you're upset in an argument, you're gonna say things you don't mean that you're gonna regret later on. Nobody's listening. if you're sitting there arguing, like it's
senseless.
Yes.
Senseless. I just don't. Me personally, and I respect your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think you need to walk off. Meaning, you got to really think about why you even getting heated.
Okay, but that's why, because I need to walk off. I don't need you to follow me.
Okay, so you know
I need my time to get my thoughts together, so I don't say anything out the way, and that's what makes I'm a walker off. Because if I stay, I'm gonna explode in other different ways that I'm trying to get over.
But okay, I understand that, but sometimes that's received as you just might not give a fuck.
No, that's not, because I tell you all the time, this is me. Let me walk off and let me cool off, because if I come to you in the situation that I am in now, it's going to lead to other stuff. And I had to learn, and I'm still learning that.
Okay.
You know, I've gotten a whole lot better with it. But
you can't tell me you can't tell a person how to receive something.
Okay, but if a person is telling you, this is how I am, you can either accept it or you can't.
So that goes back to what I said to you, meaning you should know the person you with.
Exactly.
Okay. So
that don't mean follow them.
No. That means that it shouldn't even get heated in the first place.
But sometimes people feel
control that.
Yeah. And guess what? If I'm walking away, I'm taking self-control.
I just think that.
But then there's people like you that just gonna go on and on and on.
Well, my thing is though, the minute you walk away, right? Mm-hmm. Like a person could be clear in a thought, and you just walk off.
No, it's not like that.
Or if okay, you want to say me and you. If I already know what we arguing over is stupid, or what we have a disagreement about is dumb, then let's just get through it rather than
to you. You want to get through it.
So you take the chance on making it worse.
No, I'm not making it worse. You should know who you're with.
Okay. So listen.
I'm a walk aware.
Okay, you are a walk aware, right?
And a cool offer.
So that means that
because I'm a snap crackle
popper.
Okay,
so that means that I can't come to you with things because it's a chance you're gonna pop off.
No, it's not. You're not. See how you took that a different way.
No, like I said, you.
I said that I'm a walk aware, which means that if we're in a conversation with each other, and I feel like that I'm about to get out of line. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but let me leave so I can cool myself off. Because if I stay there with you like you want me to, it's going to escalate.
Okay. I'm going to just say okay, because it's just self-control then. It's so pretty much you can come to me and I could take it, but it's a chance I might say something to you and it's gonna and you're gonna have to walk away because
I'm not saying all the time. I just said that if something, I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
Because I know what type of person I can get to, and I don't ever want to be her again. Okay. And as I get older, I'm learning. Okay, this ain't in your mind. I'm sitting there like, okay, it's no need to walk off from this because there's no reason for you to get upset.
So shouldn't you, being the fact you know your partner, shouldn't you know that all the time?
No.
So you shouldn't know that.
That's my opinion.
That's anybody say what they want. Men, women, like I just think if you know who you're dealing with, me and you've been together 9 years, we've been married 7 years. If you know your person, you know your spouse, your significant other, you know their tendencies, you know what makes them go off, so on and so forth. At a certain point, you should know that they're not meaning no ill harm.
But if they hit those figures that you know that's gonna make you pop off, they should know also.
So that means that. So I'm gonna just say, for me, that means that every time, because what's gonna happen is every time I may have an issue, then in my mind, I'm not even gonna come to you because I may say something that's gonna make you pop off.
Yeah,
that's.
But if you listen to me earlier, I also said, but you learn. It's a lot of stuff that you learn.
I think that's a little messed up.
No, I mean that's your opinion.
Yeah, the only reason why I think that's messed up than that is just keeping everything inside.
I don't think they are. I think that person is walking away, or I choose a lot of times when I just get quiet.
See, you know what I think the problem is though. You're only thinking about you. You're not thinking about that person that you talking to.
Okay, but I'm thinking of me at that point in time because I'm thinking about it's no need. But if I can come back a little later when my mind is more level, then I can actually hear this person.
So what happens when that person don't even want to talk about it no more?
Then that's that person.
That's.
But why am I going to sit here and listen to you talk about something and I'm furious and I'm upset and I'm angry?
Okay, so that goes back to what I was saying to you.
Not everybody.
Okay.
Not everybody has it.
I think something's wrong with that then.
Well.
Yeah. I think
you don't have self-control all the time either, baby.
I didn't say anything about yours. So
I know I don't have it. I'm still learning, and I will be a woman to admit that I'm still learning.
I just don't think it's hard. Like,
it's a lot of things that you don't think hard, but that makes you different from me. If we both were alike, we wouldn't be here. You don't think a marriage is hard. I believe a marriage is work.
It is work, but I think I feel like a marriage is, at a certain point, you're going to want what you put into it.
Yeah, but you said, oh, this is both our third marriage. It should be easy.
Yeah.
No, every marriage is hard.
After 3, just my opinion, after 3, you should.
And we one of our marriages, we both don't even need to count.
Well, listen, after 3, I feel like you should like kind of know like what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, take from and look at your wrongs, look in the mirror, and then you work with this one.
You know what? That's a good subject for next week.
What's that?
After multiple marriages, it should be easy. Do you think it should be easy? Okay. That's a good subject.
Hey, I mean, I feel like it should be because you just learn. If you're not learning from the mistakes and learning from the good and the bad, then what you doing? Like you just in this world and you're not learning anything. Like we're learning every day. Like you just say you're still learning, but if you're not taking them past things and saying, okay, I know I did this and that didn't work in that, so I'm gonna go this way and I'm gonna do something different. I'm not gonna do this and I'm not gonna do that. Trust me, everything wasn't on that baby mama. I know a lot of shit was on me. But why would I, knowing this, why would I enter into something else knowing that? So you have to learn and do something different. Because if you don't, then what you're doing? You're doing the same thing over and over.
Okay, but I understand what you're saying about taking from it, and stuff like that and learning from that and everything else. But that doesn't make it easier because it's a whole nother person.
Okay, so the reason why I say easy, because if you giving me 110, in my mind, I'm gonna give you 110.
But that doesn't make it easier, baby.
How is it? How is it not?
What you're giving in it doesn't make it easier.
I just beg to differ.
Okay.
That's why that's a good subject for next week. We been on this for an hour. You might be doing an hour. I just like conversation. Hopefully, well, I'm gonna talk to some people because we're gonna have to get some opinions.
What, on multiple marriages?
Yeah, we could do that. And
so next week, if you have been married more than once,
I'll send you the link and you can join.
And you can join in.
Yep. Give your opinion on it. And we'll go from there or whatever. Any last words?
I know I won't get married again.
That's your last word? Damn.
I will be alive.
What happens if you kill me from stress?
Oh my God. Guess what? I will be a Bradley for life.
And you still ain't shed none of the gummy worms. See how you do, bully? I hope everybody has a good week. I hope everybody be safe out there. It's it's a bigger game going on out there, you know, and if you open your mind, you will see it. See what's going on. I hope gas prices go down.
Ooh, that 379 I got the other day. I was like,
I need to get that
hallelujah.
shit.
Especially with both of us traveling. Woo.
I hope everybody, like I say, have like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Try something different this week with your spouse. Try listening instead of doing so much talking. If you are the talker in the relationship, try listening this week.
You're going to say try listening? Okay. I'm going to also add on to that. Be honest with yourself. Admit your wrongs before you so quick to jump to what they doing wrong.
Right.
And watch how much that helps out with everything.
Right.
Other than that, you know,
I think it's been a good session today with you, Mr. Bradley.
Yes. Again, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on all social media platforms. And love is love. We will see y'all later.
Next Sunday.